Inside there's a glow. Could this moment be meant to be? Lose the shadows and you'll see. Lose the shadows and be free. Ain't gotta let it go. Let it go. No more. There's no past, no tomorrow. Get lost in reflections. Dance with the starlight. You gotta be there. You gotta be. I want it closer. Bring me my back sunrise. You gotta be there. You gotta be
Eight rounds in the 45, it go down. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down. Yeah. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down.
Look, I was passive aggression, passive aggressiveness. I left him hanging like loose ties as loose ties. Either not, he begging to go or not. Depends on the situation. He going up like inflation. Fuck all the haters that said that he couldn't make it. My brother drowned in the lake. How could all you people mistake it? He fought hard for what he had. Murderers holding guns. You worried about all the extra till water gets in your lungs, nigga. Hey, how could you do this shit? How could you do this when you know I'm going through this shit? Real shit, G shit, I really do this shit. I ain't about it, but you know I'm walking through this shit. Look,
8 rounds in the 45, it go down.
look,
8 rounds in the 45, it go down.
Look.
8 rounds in the 45, it go down.
Yeah.
8 rounds in the 45, it go
Look.
down.
Look.
8 rounds in the 45, it go down. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down. Yeah. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down. Yeah.
look. Fuck, I ran, I hit the dealer. Serving Coke 45 at the bleachers. Gotta follow, I'm the leader. Hit the bitch, then I pass, I don't need her. But don't like the Griffins with a
Chad. Tuesday. I don't know if I made a mistake here, guys, but dude, I put the wrong shipping there. Oh my goodness. I just put, dude.
What was that?
I put the wrong address there. Chad, Miles got. I just want to show you guys. I just ordered a pair of Crocs, so we're gonna size 14.
Let's go. Let's go.
Croc Fridays.
Let's go.
But now I've got an issue, my dude. It's still the old office address.
I'm sure you can change it, man.
Oh my goodness.
Otherwise, though, that attorney's gonna think, why are they getting Crocs?
Yeah, maybe I must just let them. Okay, I'll sort that out now. Damn. They're one of those Crocs to get lost though. Chad, beautiful. This is gonna be the official round 3 this morning. Miles, how are you feeling, my brother?
We are all systems go for today, boys. All systems go.
It's choking a little bit.
No, I just want to get my earrings off. Because I know. Do you see what we do for you guys?
Chad, how's everyone doing? We got safe to the office. Yeah, Dylan, I saw Dylan's message. Yeah, so Dylan, no fundamental chat this morning, unfortunately. And yeah, Chad, ready to get going here. Crocs, I'm pretty excited for it. I never knew they had the size. Unfortunately, I had to go with the original clog. That's what they call it. So if you see me on Fridays, just know it's Croc Friday. And my only fear is that it's so comfortable that I want to do Croc Monday as well, maybe. I don't know. After a long weekend, Croc Monday, that could also be a thing. Chad, but let's get going here. The week is about to get started here. Monday has come and gone. Things are starting to heat up here. But as every day before we start, we're going to pray. Like I said yesterday, things happen when you pray. Don't be ashamed to pray. And it is, if you believe it, great. If you don't believe it, also great. But we're going to pray. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. And if you believe that, you can just drop an amen.
Amen.
Right now. Amen. Amen. Alrighty, Chad. Let's just get New Squawk going here. Big shout out to New Squawk for giving us their platform. Check them out, New Squawk. So today, only red folder event we've got is Governor Bailey speaking at 3:25 this afternoon. This morning, relatively light in terms of data. We've got German Baba, President Nagel speaking. We've got Bank of England's Green speaking. I think this is all part of that IMF meeting that's going on. Oh no, this is a lecture event organized by Harvard. Okay. Then a little bit later, we've got Christine Lagarde, 4:30, and then also Lane, and then Lagarde again later tonight. Where's that? Okay, that is the IMF World Bank annual meetings in Washington, D.C. So relatively light day, quite a few Fed speakers coming up, but straight charts. Let's see what we are working with. Dollar index yesterday closing bullish again. Minor break of structure here above those previous flat body resistance areas. This 200 daily EMA is still untested. I've got an eerie feeling we are going to come back at one stage to test it. But also looking back here previously, just got close but never really tested it. So you can have a scenario where you run away and you don't test it, but then also you've got all of these previous times where that 200 is just a point of entry. It's a point where price comes back. Also, please guys, check the updated terms and conditions if you have not done so. 5-minute time frame, what are we working with? Asia highs still untested. Asia lows broken cleanly. 200 EMA there on the 5. It is a very simple day for me on the dollar index. We've got two zones to monitor. We've got the 200 on the 5-minute, and we've got Asia lows, previous weekly high as well. So these three zones are going to be levels of potential support or resistance. We just need to see how we go about those levels, but definitely bearish order flow on the dollar here this morning. US 30 daily time frame yesterday, massive rejection back into this range. Now we can see price potentially trading all the way back down here. All right, so just be very aware. We created a resistance. Now we came back into the range already at the previous daily lows. So if we continue with the bearish order flow, very likely we're going to come and test this flat body support area there. Otherwise, if we start holding above the previous daily low, today's daily candle can still push outside of the range and then close something like this. All right, so I'm going to give it one more day. Otherwise, this thing is going to the bottom of the range. 5-minute time frame, what do we have here? Previous daily low. This is as simple as it gets. It will not get any simpler than this. There's your zone. Previous daily low, Asia lows. For me personally, bullish if we can do something like that and hold. Otherwise, continuous rejections there. We are going all the way down here. Daily S1 and then that flat body support area. Nasdaq, real quick. Daily time frame, what are we working with here? Yesterday closing bullish, weirdly enough, coming for a very deep retest into this previous key zone. This is the zone we've been talking about for the last week or two. And if we can hold bullish, I do think we're going to come and test this flat body resistance area up there. I'm still bullish on the day on NASDAQ. And Asia lows, also very, very simple. There's your EQ. I think the first level of support that needs to hold is the EQ. And then secondly, after that, we need to get back inside of the Asia range. Then start to work through this 200 EMA daily pivot. And after the daily pivot, I think we are A4 away for Asia highs. So NASDAQ looking super, super clean here this morning as well. Gold, let's quickly look at gold. Yesterday I told you guys bullish as can be. Now closing with this type of, I don't know, is this a morning star? I'm not too familiar with the candle patterns, but now looking like it wants to reject that monthly R1. Only a rejection confirmed once we get 2 bearish daily candle closures. So if we get another candle closure like this today, then that is now a confirmed resistance. Also, I will be tentatively bearish on gold while we stay below yesterday's high, because there's little to no bottom wick on this daily candle, and we can still come down. But it is bullish, Chad. We've spoke about gold. Gold for me is super, super bullish. There's your daily R1. Quite a nice expansion move during Asia. And what do we expect during London if Asia was an expansion? Or what do I expect? Not we. I expect some type of correction. So if we can stay below the daily R1 and we can get back below Asia highs, I do think we can make our way back to the daily pivot, even that daily EQ. So potential there for a reversal or some type of correction. If we do continue higher, we need to hold above that daily R1. My question is just what's going to be the catalyst. There's nothing here unless a headline drops that can propel price. Daily time frame, go watch yesterday's analysis where I said we traded back into this zone here. And while we were trading there, I said there's the chance that we can close bearish and break structure lower. Okay, we did that. Now, this could all just be a pullback, or this could be some type of double bottom trying to form. 1300. I'm bearish on the day. Okay, bearish on the day, but also looking at price action. There we can see 200 EMA holding, Asia highs holding. Now trading above the daily pivot, 1300 there. This is the zone that I'm going to monitor. All right. That is the zone. Daily pivot, very, very simple for me. If we can hold above that, we are going for the daily R1. Other than that, if we start rejecting there, Asia lows are still untested. And this is just a deeper pullback. And then last one for me, GJ, daily time frame. Let's look at it. Daily for me, okay, GJ, these last couple of weeks have been a mess. This is very, very messy overlapping price action right there. But yesterday's candle closure for me is signifying some type of a breakout. Not confirmed yet because we tested it earlier this morning. But if we look to the left-hand side, where can we go to next? 197.86. That is the most recent support area that got broken down on a daily time frame. So daily for me is somewhat bullish. Now looking at the charts, again, expansion move during Asia. So London could be a correction. 2 scenarios here for me. We've got the 196 for potential breaks below. This is where I will actually look for potential short. All right. And then for potential longs, I cannot get long on this if we cannot hold outside of the Asia highs. Already 2 rejections there on the daily R1. So I can only look at potential longs outside of Asia high. But I am expecting some type of correction. So I'm going to be leaning towards the short side. There's also a previous weekly high. So trades below here, very, very clean and simple for me. Short, we're coming all the way back down here, at least to this 200 EMA. on the 5. Miles, let me just get you. Miles, over to you, my brother.
Okay, boys, let's go. So I can already tell you now, the chance of me trading gold this morning is going to be very slim. However, let's have a quick little squiz through it because I'm also seeing a setup happening right now on GJ. So let's have a look at gold quickly. So at the moment, boys, we are once again trading in uncharted territory, trading at all-time highs on that daily as well as that weekly. Continuation of that push. However, what I am seeing is we are starting to close weak bearish within that daily candlestick anatomy. However, that does not necessarily mean it's time to sell, but more so that pricing can actually fill this. And if we can break the highs, we anticipate that price will continue driving to the next QP level 2750. Okay, so what I've marked here, for those that don't know, gray is my 4-hour zones, blue is my 30-minute zones. Okay, so what I've done is I've went ahead, marked in my current daily low in anticipation that if we do go ahead and break this, we can obviously tank down. And why this is so simple for me is if we look at price action, price does this. So it breaks resistance, retests as support, right? If we've broken out of the resistance, where is that retest? There has not been a retest yet. So if I am looking for sales this morning, I can actually use this as a confluence to say, you know what? This is just going to be how price is going to slowly make its way back down to come and retest that level of 2686 and then look for continuation of longs. And that is a confluence that I can use to my advantage if I am looking to sell the position early, right? So if I dig deep and I look at the candlestick anatomy on that 4-hour, it's going to be as simple as this. Me wanting to see if this current 4-hour, after it's broken its previous high, can go ahead and flip bearish and start selling off. That will be the first area that I'm going to be looking for shorts this morning. So something like this, where we have all-time highs over there, we tap into the liquidity, and then we start rejecting that area. I can look for my sells, which will be type 3s from that area down. And let's say, for example, we don't do that, and we hold this resistance, which is an active support of the previous, and start melting. I'll wait for the break of the current 30-minute support, the retest, and for price to come back down to quarter pip. And if we look to the left, it's literally just going to be a range trade. That's all it's going to be. Okay? On the buy side of things, there is nothing I can do here regarding the buys. The only time that I'm going to buy is actually if it breaks the current daily high, which is re-breaking the all-time highs once again. So in this area right now, for me personally, that is going to be deemed as a no-trade range. This, for me, according to my strategy, is going to be where I'm going to be longing. And anywhere down here is where I'm going to be looking for shorts, okay? On the shorts, I will be applying my type 3 method. For the longs, it's going to be my type 4 method. So here is going to be my no trade range. Over here will be my aggressive shorts. And then the break of the high is going to be that aggressive buys. Like I mentioned on yesterday's stream, any move I take on gold, whether it be buying or selling, is going to be aggressive for the specific reason of what is happening around the world, firstly, and then secondly, it's just in that all-time high area. Okay, that's gold. GJ, my first love. Okay, so you'll see that I have my areas marked out. I actually love what GJ is doing right now. And I'll explain two things to you right now. So if you look at GJ, boys, we are overall bearish on the pair. However, that micro sentiment on that 30-minute is bullish. So that is going to be my initiating structure. So that is what I'm going to be actually looking today. If we can continue driving to the upside. However, there's going to be a fail-safe. I'll show you now. So if we look to the left-hand side, this range that we've pretty much been trading for the past, 2 weeks almost, has been broken out of. But one thing I always teach my members is that this area of liquidity, just because we have this candle closing above these highs, unfortunately, that does not mean it's breaking those highs, because this just showed me that because we had an extension of the candle on Friday, yeah, that's Friday, this just showed me that this still is rejecting these highs, which means that this area can still be an area that reject and come back down. So that is another reason how I can get my shorts on that daily. On that 4 hour, we just went ahead and closed above that resistance. I can actually use it as a confluence to say, you know what, we've closed above that wick of 105,978. All I need to see now is price retesting, grabbing liquidity, and at the break of the 4 hour highs, you can expect price to continue driving to the upside. Okay. On the 30-minute, however, what I am noticing now is price pulling back to the area of liquidity, grabbing that liquidity, and then what we would have seen off of the 15-minute would have been my basic type 2 entry, where this is where you get your engulfing right there. So MFX members, if you caught this bias, drop it in the chat. So this is where you get your, I don't want to use the word signal, but it shows you where you have your doji candle within liquidity. Your next candle goes ahead and engulfs the entire confines of that, and then you actually take your trade right there on the flip of the candle. Your stop loss is below the low. That would have been an 11 pip stop loss. Your TP obviously would have been 10 pips, and you would have hit that already, and then your expansion would have been to the 30 pip current daily high. So that trade that I would have taken has actually already happened. I was watching that as we jump onto stream, and I'm just going to slot in another 30-minute resistance now, because the only thing I can really do at this point is wait for that resistance to break. And if that resistance can break, then I can obviously take advantage of that. But at the moment, there's nothing that I can do, because the move that I would have wanted would have came off of that, the break of the highs. We would have been in on that 15 engulfing on the next candle, so we would have been in just after 8:30 for price to then drive to the liquidity zone to the upside. It should tap that 30 pip level. But for me at the moment on GJ, all I can do is let you wait for price to break highs to look for longs, or come back down, sizzle back at the support to look for longs again, or break that, retest, and then I short the pair. So one of those three type setups is what I want to be looking at. I more so feel like we're going to break highs, and then I'm going to look for my type 4 continuation. The reason why I'm saying so is because of that 4-hour closure, boys. If we look at that 4-hour closure, it closed directly above those wicks, showing us that we have buyers in the market right now in alignment with my 4-hour setup. The only thing that we need to be wary of is the candlestick wick resistance 196356. Okay, so this is going to be the play for me today. It's going to be very quite simple. He's going to be waiting for the break of the highs at the moment, or waiting for price to come back down and retest and then long, or waiting for it to actually fail, and then I'll look to sell it. Okay, so this is where my aggressive sells is. Above the current daily highs with my safe buys, and she is looking quite clean. Okay, so that is me on GJ this morning. Relatively straightforward. The move that I initially wanted has moved already, so I'm just gonna have to be patient and wait for that next setup. Okay, 100%, boys.
Oh, no. Alrighty, Chad. Crocs. Crocs have been ordered. If you've got a pair of Crocs, we're gonna start a movement here, Croc Friday, with the Forgotten Bangers. I actually offered to buy Keegan the Crocs. What's her name was here? Miles. He saw it. I said, Keegs, I'll even buy it for you. He absolutely just refused. He said no. He said no Croc Friday for him. So I don't know.
The thing is, what we'll do, we'll get him the Crocs, give it to Kate, and then while he's asleep, she'll just put it on his feet, and then he'll wake up with the Crocs on his feet, and it's just there. And then you'll realize the power of a Croc.
Yo, Chad, Crocs. So I'm quite excited. I hope my Crocs get here before Friday. Ripping those Crocs in sport mode on Friday. Dania, Amina, Chad, good morning. Kevin, Anna D, Ruben, good morning. BG, Bevan, Lyndon, Tano, Sam, JDT, Nazam, Nila, good morning. Mark Pillay, yo Miles, what's up, brother? I've been waiting on the MFX page, but you've been chilling here. Jaden Crocump, Daddy FX, Quinton, Odin, Tetani, Nathan, who did I miss here? Spruda, Juice, Cryptic, Rax, good morning, my brother. Nighbot, even making it here. Rushay, good morning, my brother. Speedy Moments, who else is there that I missed? Wiving Jigger, I'm looking short on GJ. The pricing is rising pre-market, might sweep higher. Liquidity for London sells. All right, Chad, we've got 3.5 minutes.
You know what I'm actually thinking right now? I really wish that Crocs was the thing back when I was still a lighty, because that was like the perfect slipper that wouldn't hurt if my mother had hit me with it.
I've got a feeling, Etty, good morning. Etty, be honest with me. I've ordered Hanu, goeiemorgen. Betty as well. Betty is in the house. Etty, I feel like Etty also has a pair of Crocs. Etty, just be honest with me.
Definitely.
Don't play.
Definitely.
Okay. Etty, I want to buy you a pair of Crocs. Will you wear it? I want to bless you with a pair of Crocs. Will you do Croc Friday with me? No, but I think Etty is in a more corporate environment. He won't be able to rock the Croc. Crocs is a big no for me.
I think some oaks come to my gym in Crocs.
Did a gym in Crocs?
Gym in Crocs on leg day.
I feel like going to the gym in Crocs is a little bit heavy, but I'm not going to judge anybody. No man, BG. Bok Friday met ons Crocs. Hey, Etty. Just 'n Croc gaan loop hou. Croc gaan loop so stroop op Vrydag. Oh, the toe shoes.
Oh, you one of those guys, Spider-Man?
I quite do. Those toe shoes look like somebody that's got their shit together that do like extreme stuff. There was this one guy that he was honestly the guys you see on these GoPro adverts. He's one of those guys, skydiving, snowboarding. And I saw him at the church one day, and you just see like this man, like his diet is pristine. He only buys like organic food, jumps out of planes. He's got like KTMs at home. Like this man is living that life. Not us plebs that get there. You look at that thing and like, oh, I want a GoPro. And it's like, I didn't actually do any of these things. And then you take like little wedding videos like, hey, we had a wedding this weekend. And then afterwards you realize you don't even know how to edit the video. It's just horrific scenes. Ask me, Chad, I was there.
I love this one. Do you think Lacoste missed an opportunity with Crocs? Definitely. They had everything. Imagine
that lacrosse.
Lacoste. They
Lacoste.
missed an opportunity. Just imagine a Croc with a
Yo.
Lacoste little badge there on the side. That thing would slap. I've got a Croc on my Croc. Okay, guys, I actually see something right now. If we get a closure like this, according to my strategy and the way I trade, I will actually be looking for longs on the flip of the next 30 minutes. If I price close where it is right now on GJ, looks quite nice. So this is what I'm looking at the moment. It's still going to be alignment with a type 2. So in engulfing on the previous candle, the next candle to give me the bottom wicket, and the flip of that, I look for longs driving us to the current daily high. Stop loss beneath the support. So that's what I am looking at the moment.
Was that a 30 minute?
30 minutes, yeah. The initial setup happened on the 15 already. But I do see it setting up again, especially on the 5. We can literally see that area of resistance there. That's the break, that's the retest. I'm going to anticipate something like that if we can hold that area. Okay, there we have it. Okay, so let me just clear this out. Okay, 30 minutes. I will be looking for longs. Why does it keep doing that? I'll be looking for the longs at the flip of this 30-minute candle. According to my strategy, this is not financial advice. It is purely just education and entertainment. At the flip of this 30-minute, I will be looking for longs according to my strategy as a type 2. My entry is going to be 196,229.
That is actually where you need to say like once you enter the trade, and then you say, "Are you not entertained?" And we actually have
entertained.
Then we have that gladiator come on. Are you not entertained? Oh, are you not entertained? Crocs are non-compliant. Bev, listen here. Send me your size, brother. When you get your MP, I'm gonna order you a beautiful. And you're gonna have those. What is it? Niblets.
Niblets?
What?
Gibbets.
Gibbets. And I'm gonna get you some
niblets.
some dope niblets as well. Some niblets there on the
Hectic. Gibbets.
The niblets.
Please repeat the entry number, laugh out loud. You said it so fast you were rapping. To be honest with you, before I became a trader, I was a rapper. That's how I actually got most of my influence.
Chad, when Bev comes to pee, that man is I'm gonna get him in a nice pair of crocodile. Die crocodile, hoe maak hulle? Alrighty, Chad, what am I doing? Markets are open and in motion, baby. This is the official round 3. Ding, 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 ding. Fight.
Okay, that setup might become invalid for me real soon. Let's see.
Miles Niblet from Wake. I love that. Chris, I asked a question about Vault Funder account. Sorry to be late. Let me see. Chris, I've been off the stream for a while. I wanted to buy a Vault Funder account, but I need to see the objectives first. Tobilo, there's actually all of the objectives are on the website, and then you'll actually, if you go to the Vault Funder YouTube page as well, everything is discussed in depth there. So please do me a favor, work through that so you know exactly what you're signing up for. You can also go on our channel and just scroll down. You'll see that Vault Funder is one of the featured channels. Please go through that, and then once you've gone through everything there, then you can come back if anything is not clear. But yeah, that's why we did all of those videos, all of those Jock, the thing is, I feel like I need to give the croc a chance. You have to give it a chance. You can't judge the croc before you've actually walked a mile. They always say never judge a man by his cover, but judge a man by the shoe he's walked in 1,000 miles. So I gotta at least wear the croc for a little bit. If I take the croc out for a spin on Friday, Sechaba Tlali. No. Are you, Sibusiso, are you saying on Vault Funder? So one lot on Vault Funder is equivalent to 0.01 on Vault Markets, the retail side. That is the equivalent. Hey, I'm riding those Crocs top down in the wind. Chad, so last week me and Laz, Richard, I think you guys would have seen him on the channel. Me and Laz on Tuesdays, that's when we go train. And last week, I don't say as of late I don't show out to gym, but I had to because I'm coming back to the office. And I still made a joke and I said, Laz, do we pay extra for the athlete's foot, or like is that part of your package at Virgin Active? And believe it or not, that foot of an athlete struck me on the side of my foot yesterday. Thought like, yo, what is this? And then I saw that me becoming an athlete and getting a foot of an athlete. No, Jakes, bro. It's I've put in slops today, some disinfectant. Going into the jungle there. Just a young foot of an athlete.
Gotta wear those puckies in the shower.
No, you have to, bro.
But do you hear what he's saying is he has to wear the pucky in the shower. So you're saying he must wear the bye in the shower. What?
Jakes, the guys that... Here's the thing. If you want to build your immune system, there's two things if you really want to build your immune system. The first thing is peak time. You go sit in the steam room. That's the first thing. Like, if you want to really test your immune system. And then you also want to have some guys cough and sneeze and stuff inside there, just to really make sure that all of those viruses and germs are brewing in there. And then secondly, peak time as well. You go barefoot in those showers. Yeah, that will really put your immune system to the test. Only the strong will know. That steam room is... Oh. The only time I will go in that steam room is if I'm the first one in there early in the morning, like 5, 6 o'clock. Other than that, it's a no from me. It's a no from me, dog.
Might see some potential here on gold, guys. What I'm looking right now is actually the more aggressive approach on gold. Obviously, you are overall bullish on the pair. So what I'm looking right now is seeing that we are facing this resistance. If you can start trading above above this current resistance on the 15-minute in the next 7 minutes, I will identify that we have a range on the left-hand side. You see that resistance? There's my level of support. There's resistance right now. If we can trade above that resistance, retest on the lower time frame such as my 5 and 15, I will look to long gold into that resistance area. That looks quite nice. And it's the understanding that I always ask the question, where does price need to get liquidity from in order for it to drive? I personally feel like if it's going to tank, it needs to test that level. If it's going to drive, it needs to test that level. So there's my 4-hour liquidity right there. What is the chances of it tapping into that level of 27.39? It is quite high, especially if you're going to be breaking through this level right there, which is equal resistance right there. So what I'm looking at right now is to see that this 15-minute can hold that support, break through, retest, and then I will look to long the pair. Okay, so even though that's my final third, it does make a lot of sense for me to do so. So I'm looking for this right now. It actually looks really, really good. Really, really good.
What is that? Gold.
Goldilocks. Goldilocks.
Chad, just quick rundown. DXY. Just want to show you guys. DXY trading between those two levels. There's the 200 trying to hold the support. There's Asia lows. There's the previous weekly high. So quite a key level there. I do think if we can hold all of this and get back in here, dollars back on track. Otherwise, if we start breaking below this, we can go lower for a bit. US 30 now just stalling here at the session lows. Previous daily low, Asia lows. If this is going to be a liquidity sweep, we're going to need to see price get back inside here for those long continuations. So I'm looking at that as a potential setup for myself. Nasdaq already holding that EQ, now trading back inside of the Asia range. I'm going to say for me to really get super bullish on this for the rest of the session, I need to see us get through that 200. I need us to get above the daily pivot, and then I will feel very comfortable. And then, as mentioned with gold, there's your daily R1. If we cannot hold above that, things are going to come to the downside. And then obviously Asia highs not really tested, Chad. If you think about it, that was a break above, not tested yet. So gold a little bit tricky. GU is now holding above this daily pivot. A little bit of engulfing. Didn't take the previous low. So what I'm going to wait for is we've got 4 minutes left for the shuffle. Is that if we can get a nice little break and test there, and then a minor break of structure, I might look for a potential long position. Otherwise, if we cannot hold above here, I'm actually going to look short, because remember, I am bearish on the day. But if we hold above that daily pivot, we already trending above Asia highs. We are now holding above daily pivot. Then it's very simple for us to run into that daily R1. So that's the setup I'm looking for. 4 more minutes, 3 more minutes. GJ, as mentioned, expecting some type of correction. Currently back inside the Asia range. And if we get breaks below 196, I might go for those shorts. And I will only consider buys above the daily R1. That is the only level where I would consider buys, because then we've got a continuation move to the upside. Otherwise, this thing can chop here like yesterday, had the direction down. Where did we take? I think it was here. Yeah, we took it here, consolidated, and then later on the move happened. So this thing can wear you out. So those are the few moves that I'm looking at. Hang Seng closing up. Okay, what did Nikkei do down? All right. Miles, you still have your buy stop there on the flip, eh?
Don't know buy stops, but I will manually execute. So
okay.
one thing I want to mention is I want this now to actually close weak bearish. Reason for that is that then shows me that price actually grab liquidity. And then on the next candle, say for example, we close the way we are right now. This candle is then going to open up bottom wick, and as it breaks high, it should then continue driving right to that resistance. The reason why I can take it off for the rip is simply just because of us understanding that price has already accumulated the volume firstly, and then it's grabbed it secondly. The break of the highs is going to make me want to get in. So this candle that's open right now on the 15, I want it to close weak bearish. I don't want it to close bullish actually. More so weak bearish, showing me there is sellers in the market, but there's enough buyers to drive them out of that area, closing back above this level right there for us to then anticipate a bottom wick. Doesn't have to be large at all because we've grabbed the liquidity, and then price should just drive. I don't know, GJ Longs.
Sibusiso, they check lots, and then there's 2 videos there on Instagram that I've done. Please go and check it out, brother. That's why we did it. So if you ever ask again, and then exclamation slots, that's how we get Betway on your. If you keep typing in exclamation slots, and then Laz has been punching that steam room. Laz, how's the immune system holding up, my brother? You gotta have a immune system of steel to enter that steam room. Many go in, few come out. If you really want to test yourself like a young David Goggins, then you go into that steam room. 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Just all that sauce is almost like a little steam pot simmering there. NAS pumping, yeah. Chat. As mentioned, EQ. So big question is, what do we do at this 200, and what do we do at this daily pivot? Okay, and then US 30 as well. I like US 30, if I'm very honest. The fact that we've got this previous daily low here, I'm going to check and see if we can do something like this, and then I'm going to see what I do there.
Okay, on GJ, I'm just waiting for that bottom wick.
Okay, I'm just going to go to the
if you can give me the bottom wick, guys, the re-break of the highs, I shall execute long positions. There is the bottom wick. Now, obviously with tanks, it's not going to be a trade that I'm going to take, but now if it's going to pop back up, so let me show you. Price opened, top wick. Now, give him bottom wick. If it re-breaks the highs and goes 2 pips above the previous 15, this is where I shall execute my longs according to my strategy. Alright. If it comes back down, obviously it's not a trade that I'm going to take. At the moment, we're anticipating that we've grabbed liquidity. A simple break of the highs is going to do something like that. Okay. And this will be your continuation type 2, according to my MFX strategy. So now we wait, we sit tight. And let's see if that comes to play. If it comes to play, that'll be my trade for the morning. Gold not doing anything for me, just closing at that resistance point again. Nothing really. It's more so GJ to see if we can get that continuation. And then also if it comes back down, I want to see how it reacts for that level. But for me, if price is going to drive on GJ, boys, it does not need to come down again. It has the liquidity. It's tested them multiple times. Once, twice, thrice. And then a major retest now on the 4th time. A rebreak with high, it's literally like a trade that I can take with my eyes closed. But that's only if it can break the high and not just a nipple wick. It actually needs to go ahead and surpass these highs quite nicely. At least 2 pips. So my entry is going to be there. 196,225 to be exact. Okay. And then the stop I can have there for 27. Alright. So we're looking at something like that. A negative RR with a 27 pip stop loss with a 10 pip gain. And then you overflow into current daily high of 17 pips. Obviously you can target higher. But that's not what I do. I was on my 10 and I'm out of here. Guys, Chris is on this croc thing, eh? Like, I've never seen this man so adamant about it.
I'm gonna get the boys to get the Crocs. I even told Mona I'm ready to get him some crocodilla. Chad. GU, okay. Yes, just Ranger. Okay, check it in your NASDAQ. Let's see 2 zones here. US 30 rejecting there. Gonna give it some more time here. And then gold, like I said, that daily R1. It is tricky. It is tricky. And then GBP USD trying to hold above here. I'm actually more inclined for the shorts, believe it or not. Could be wrong as well, but I'm going to see what we do around this daily pivot level. As mentioned, quite a big extension move during Asia pre-market. And what is really going to drive GU higher? And then GJ, yeah, for me, only daily R1, but I think you guys will be out by then.
Yeah.
Asia highs now. So let's see. Chad, please get your forgotten bangers ready for Friday. Please come prepared. The link will be shared on Thursday again. I felt we had a big improvement last week Friday from the previous Friday. But I really want you guys to lock it in for this Friday. I've already been shortlisting quite a few through the playlist this morning. So please come prepared. We wanna see the best work that you guys can do.
Yeah, Stian, my advice is congrats on passing your phase 2, by the way. But my advice to my guys is always your first payout. Don't aim for the moon. Just get your 1 or 2% and then do your withdrawal. Just make it to the withdrawal date so that you can get your withdrawal. That's all you got to do. Then the account is risk free. Chris mentioned it, the perfect word the other day. It's literally an asset. So you then have the account. It's risk free. I've seen many people pass phase 2 and then come to the live account, they go boss, and they're like, oh, the account's live now, let's go crazy. Nah, dude, just get your 1 to 2%, get that withdrawal, and then you know that account is risk free after that.
Yeah, guys, Friday. Those enormous socks with those Crocs. Yo, Chad, very slow morning here. I'm looking at GU. And if we get something like this, I might go for it short, guys. I'm just letting you know. And again, please note that this is not financial advice. These are purely trades that we take based off our own strategies that we've implemented. So please do not follow along if this is not within your trading plan. These trades are purely for educational and entertainment purposes only. And we cannot be held liable. We are not financial advisors. We are not mandated to give you any advice. This is just me and Miles taking our own trades here on stream.
Sorry there, Chris. Guys, that is me activated according to my strategy, my plan. As Chris mentioned, all the compliance things. So we sorted on that. Yeah. You can read the disclaimer in the description as well. But this is the trade that I've taken this morning according to my strategy. Entry was 196.225 on the dot. Stop loss is going to be down there for 27 pips. TP1 is going to be 10. And overall TP is going to be at 17.5 pipperoonies on this fine Tuesday morning. Let's see how she goes.
Bev, I feel like we need to redeem you. So for that reason, I feel you need to come back. You need to come back. We're going to give you an opportunity. You've got this entire week to prepare. You know the criteria. And I want to see you redeemed.
Guys, apologies for that prices popping off. I'm so used to closing it. My bad.
What closing?
My watch list. I'm so used to closing it. But we're running about 8 pips deep at the moment. There's no management that I'm going to do on this trade. I am just going to allow this baby to continue. Once we do start approaching the body resistance 196.323, I'm actually going to minimize my risk and go beneath the floating 15 candle because I wouldn't want to be in this trade. You know what? I'm actually going to do that right now. I don't want to be in this trade if it's going to come down and flip bearish again. So I've just moved from 30 pips to 10.9 pips. So I'm saving myself 20 pips if this doesn't go my way. But this is just the management that I am able to do on this pair because it makes zero sense for me that price would then make top wick, make bottom wick, re-break highs just to come break lows again. You know what I mean? So that for me, guys, is how I've managed today's trade. But it looks like there's no need for that, guys. I'm actually going to go to break even because that is my TP1 hit. And that is another dub for us here on 2Gs collabing with MFX. Absolutely stunning. Can we get a W in the chat for that beautiful, beautiful banger on a GJ? Let's go, man. Let's go. All you have to do is stick to your plan, apply it, and it's the same results day in, day out. Let's go. Beautiful, beautiful GJ Long's caught this morning live on stream. Let's see those W's. Lovely, lovely stuff. Absolutely stunning. Let's go. All right, boys, and that is Flake, Mysterious 8.
GJ. Nice holds above 196. Daily R1 being broken now. GU. Chad, GU, I just want to show you guys what I'm looking at here. GU, I'm looking at potential breaks below here. As I've mentioned, the daily for me is bearish. There's your minor break of structure. If you look left here with me, you can also clearly... Oh, wait, it's still on screen. if you look left with me, that is that previous area that we failed to hold above. There you can see previously held as support. They try to hold as support. It can still hold as support potentially if this daily candle comes and closes back above it. But for the most part, we've got that minor body break here. So the body is what's important for me. That closing below, and that is that red zone. If you look left with me, that is the red zone there. Alright, so red zone there, and if we can get a minor break below here, I need to see a break of structure, something like this, then I can execute. Alrighty, so that is what I'm looking for. And then GJ, there's that daily R1 level, which I mentioned previously. So pre-market couldn't hold above. Then just before the cash market opened, couldn't hold above. Will this be the one that's going to hold and then drive? That is the question. But I will keep you guys updated. 10 pip gang with miles in and out.
Let's go, man. Let's go. 20 past 9. Klaar vir die dag.
GU. Let's see what GU is doing. Okay. 1 minute.
What do you say you want to do, GU?
Looking short, yeah. So the idea is that if you've got the context is if you've got an expansion during Asia, you can see here we had a clear expansion during Asia pre-market. Then the expectation is for London to be a pullback, and then later New York could be a continuation. So the idea is that there's that zone, that fake out on the daily. If you go here on the daily, if you look left with me there, you can see it. So twice we tried to hold back above it, but now we're back below it again in this engulfing candle. So the idea now is we also had that, even though it's minor, we had that flat body closure below, which indicate a break for me there. And then also we basically technically now in this range again.
Ooh, and a nice LT on the left hand side.
Yeah, so the idea is that if we pushed up during London, this could have been to get sellers at a better price and then to come down. But I'm going to need to see some type of break here at the daily pivot.
And you know, like, I can agree on that because I'm actually looking at the same idea on gold. We are failing to breach these highs, boys. So I'm actually thinking that if we sustain this level over here, close with this engulfing on the 15 and 30, we can actually look to see price decline back down to the level of 27.30. So I'm actually going to remove that as a no trade range. So if we fail this area here and we can't continue driving to the upside and we do something like that, we can use that alta in our advantage. And that's a very similar idea that you have on GJ, right?
Yeah, GU.
Oh, sorry, GU.
Chat, and there's GJ. GJ market wants to hold that daily R1. This is your weekly high up here. There's a key level there. So the idea with GJ, we're already up 50. That's not a lot for GJ. The idea here is the following. There's a key level there if you look left. Is that for the most part, if we get a break here, if we get a break above and a closure above here, and you go for a buy stop, what do we want to see at session highs, daily highs, weekly highs? For the guys that have been here, that is a valid break. If you get a bottom wick, what do you want to see once that breaks? You want to see volume. Okay, it's actually going to go for that break
boys,
now.
sorry for that, Chris. That's a full TP on closing the entire position here at 17.5 pips. GG, man. That was a nice trade this morning. Lekker, man. Okay, now I'm done. Full position, I'm out.
Donatello. So now GJ, this now daily R1. If you get a bottom wick, you break that. You just want to see this thing drive. Otherwise, what's going to happen here, or potentially happen, is that okay, if it closes above and it first drives up and then flips back down, then that is an issue for continuations. But other than that, daily R1 now holding, and you can go now to the daily R2.
What's your R2 level there?
196.75. 196.75. And GU still just in this range. DXY is going to need to do something here. It's either going to need to break up above that previous weekly high, or it's going to need to break down. US 30 is still rejecting that level there. Nasdaq also consolidating within this range. As mentioned, 200 EMA on the 5. Yeah, gold now officially testing that Asia high level. 4 rejections off that daily R1. Also going to need to see some type of volume getting away. Otherwise, that's going to become a target for price up there. Right, GU, can you produce something here for us? Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, if it holds the R1, the theory states that it will go to the R2. Then it's going to be a trending day. Okay, dollar. Let's check GU.
And then for those asking the type of entry that was on GJ, that was just your type 2 done again. So it was just your same type 2 that I just took again, slightly more advanced. And
What is it? A type 2 is a reversal play.
Type 2 is the break and retest.
Ah.
And then we use the pause candle in the advanced way. The pause candle is our giveaway candle. So this candle right here that goes ahead and grabs the liquidity, right? Remember, if you guys were watching the stream from the beginning, what I mentioned was I want this candle to close weak bearish. That's going to show me that the sellers are there, but there's more buyers in at that point in time. And then the understanding, as I mentioned before the trade even happened, that you don't need to go ahead and pull all the way back down. It is grabbing the liquidity already on that candle. This just simply needs to retest that micro resistance that you see on that 5 minute, which was there. There's your retest, and then boom, trade done. So yeah, that was a typical type 2, slightly more advanced because you waited on that pause candle, in opposed to taking the type 2 there, which is that engulfing, and then you take it off for the continuation. Yeah. So look, if you had just applied,
So it's almost a structure break type of entry.
100%, yeah, 100%. So if you had look, I'm not a 2 trade dude. I take my first trade and I'm done. But if I had to, this type 2 would have played out, and this type 2 would have played out, and you would have had that whole area to actually trade off of. How big is that area? Just by the way, 30 pips. So look, it's not the biggest area, but the mere fact that you can apply this anywhere according to strategy just makes it a lot more easier. So for those that don't know, look, a lot of you is going to learn, if you're either obviously an MFX member already, or you planning on joining the Ultimate Trader. You will learn a lot there regarding my way of entry. That is one of the key topics that I'll speak about, is how I actually apply these types of entry on a daily basis. And then just once again, disclaimer on that, it's not financial advice, it's literally just pure education and my way of trading the MFX strategy.
Chad, while I'm waiting for GU, I've got buy stops here not activated. Please note that this is my setup.
I'll flip to your side,
This
Chris.
is, I'm going to flip now. This is not anyone else's setup. This is me trading my plan with the idea that we're holding above the daily R1. And if this candle can flip, I want to just see a drive. I'm going to give it, say, 60 more seconds. Otherwise, no trade there for me. There's also that key level. So the idea is now that we failed twice here pre-market. If this is going to hold and it's going to flip bullish, this is going to drive. It's going to be a trending day for GJ. That is the expectation. And then GU. GU is just holding steady here at this daily pivot level. What is DXY doing? Okay, our DXY is struggling for direction there. Nasdaq also trying to hold here, so quite a bit of ranging going on here. Let's check GJ. Is there enough time for this to flip and drive? If and when it breaks those highs, I literally want to see this thing like propel, like teleport, like one massive boom, not red, something like that, and just run away from that level. One minute. Actually going to delete this. 1 minute's not enough for me. Taking 4 minutes to create a bottom wick. How far can it really drive in 1 minute? How far can it drive?
GJ.
How far can it drive? Okay, if you kept it there, this is what you want to see. I was not happy with a 1 minute, 4 minutes down, 1 minute up. You don't want to see any pause here. You don't want to see the highs being broken. You just want to see drive. You just want to see clean drives here. And then you've got this 50 that off round. Chad, reason for me deleting that is how a candle forms is I want a candle to give it enough time to drive within that 5 minutes. So even though this played out now, a 1 minute left, for if it starts pausing there, a lot of times you can get nicked and it can just sit there and hold. 196.50, that should be a level to consider for trade management. That is where I would have gone break even on this trade. 196.50, that is the institutional level. Once it hits that level, that is where you can start to reject. Holds above that, that is when you can start looking for the continuation to your daily R2. 15-minute made the bottom wick, Chris. But I'm not trading on the 15.
Do you see who's in the building, Chris?
Mr.
Fix, what's happening, man?
Hey!
Mr. Fix, what's happening?
Where's Rydal? Where's Rydal? Why can't I see Rydal? Oh, Daisy. Dis al live training onder wat niks. Op elke dag, liefde. Thanks, Rydal. Appreciate it, my brother. Chad, your 196.50, that is your management level. because this is the zone where price is either going to now break through, consolidate and hold, and then continue from there. Beautiful. Am I punching the air for deleting my buy stop? No, absolutely not.
Love that.
Absolutely not.
Some solid discipline there. Mills. Oh, Miles. Miles, do you mostly trade funded accounts or personal accounts? Which you prefer? Look, when I started trading back in 2017, funded accounts wasn't a thing, so I've had to build myself over the years. So I only trade personal capital. I don't do the funded. Yeah.
Nasdaq trying to make its move there. Gold is still in the range. Chad, GU is holding this daily pivot level. I'm not. I'm gonna sit this one out. I'm gonna sit this one out purely for the reason. Okay, but there DXY is now breaking that previous. I don't trust this move. There's a lot of consolidation here. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. And then also GJ 196.50. That is your zone. Other than that, there's nothing. Okay, yeah. Nasdaq, like I mentioned, first hurdle was holding EQ. Asia lows, 200 EMA, now the daily pivot. Okay. So the bulls are starting. There we go. The bulls are now starting to get in. Potential ideas on how to enter this is either you wait once it closes for some type of bottom wick. And again, these are just ideas. You need to make your own decisions. These are just ideas that I'm sharing. It's not advice, please, guys. But the idea is that it's holding that 200. This is a minor break of structure. Please go and check exclamation Discord. We've got an entire playbook for you guys for entries that show you how to potentially enter the market. And again, completely free resource. Okay. How far is this now? Okay, only 10. I still like US30 more, to be honest. That previous daily low for me is a big one. Yeah, I see there, guys. There's that rejection off the 50. When will one step and instant accounts? Never. Sachaba. Never. When FTMO introduces it, which they will never do, we will introduce it as well. Dwayne, you just have to place a trade at least once for 5 days. So it is just to make sure that traders are not gambling. You need to be trading for minimum. Chad, GU, yeah, I'm not interested here. I'll let this go purely for the reason we've got no advantage point. We've been trending the entire Asia, trending the entire pre-market. Not interested at all here. DXY is breaking those key levels, rejecting that previous weekly high. And I will wait to see how this daily closes. If this daily closes back in range today, looking left, and this is some type of double bottom, previous weekly low being nipped, then that's fine. But I'm not gonna try and execute here. That is just me. GJ rejecting there. DXY. Yeah, US30 still consolidating there. Okay, Nasdaq. Ja, Rydell, Rydell skit with the laugh. Oh, classic. No, that little skit. The last laugh you'll hear before the FSCA knocks on your door. Chad, I don't think these guys realize how serious the FSCA is, guys. I don't think they realize. I don't think they realize. I don't want to give too much information, but all I can say is the FSCA is not going to be playing. And the unfortunate thing is they are going to come out very hard. Purely for that reason that they are going to try to really make prove a point here. Al-Wazi, this is part of our indicator that we've developed. So this is the 2Gs indicator. It is only available to our members, the Project G members. What is happening here? Stian, I think because previously the FSCA, I think, yeah, they made warning about it, but I think they are now like, I think internally they've set like a team aside to say like, listen here, you guys are purely going to start investigating all of these guys. It's like years ago, I think it was 5 or 6 years ago, they also did something similar where anything trading related, the FSCA actually phones you and they're like, hey, Chris, we see there's trading in your name, see you in the trading industry. What do you do? Can you please take us through your website, this and that? Are you licensed to give financial advice? Are you guys giving advice? So I think they've got like a list and they're going to start phoning the guys, and then it's going to be like, okay, so you are giving advice. Where's your license? How are you making sure that you are compliant? How are you sure that you do you have a privacy policy agreement? Do you have all of that? So then, yeah, I think, yeah, let me not say anything. I think the boys are in for a surprise. I think the lads are in for a surprise. Where do you find one step? Space Cadet, why is it with the guys with the one step? It's because the guys want to try and arbitrage the one steps. Yeah, it's not happening. It's not happening. The one step.
There was another comment about one step though.
So the guys want to go long on the one, short on the other one. You pass it and you get the account. It's, yeah, I don't know. Just learn the skill, my brother. Alrighty, Chad. Yeah, like I said, GU not interested in.
Are you still looking at the GJ, Chris?
No.
Not.
I think I would have hit break even. I would have gone for extended move. It did give 10 pips, barely, like, yeah. But there's that off round. That's usually a key level. If it's going to continue, it's going to hold above. But yeah, nothing there for me. I'm just waiting here on GU. gee, if we can get this break below here, then I'm gonna potentially go short. Did the guy say fuck the FSCA? Oh, dude.
Where was this?
No, some influence. Chad, let me tell you one thing. There's 2 institutions in this country that you don't fuck around with. And sorry for my blunt English here. And it is SARS. Like, you'll get more prison time messing with SARS than actually if you had to murder somebody. And then secondly, the FSCA. Like, when it comes, Chad, here's the thing. When it comes to people's money, why do you think it's such a sensitive topic when it's mentioned in church, with anything? And again, I've told you guys why it is so sensitive, because it's your time. If you're working a 9 to 5, you're selling your time for that money. Now, when somebody comes along and they put a cover over your eyes and they are basically scamming you, they actually stole time from you. As much as they stole the money, they stole that time from you where you labored for that money. And that is why it is personal when it comes to money. That's why if you're in a church setup as well, and it's like, oh, money. Oh, they're asking for my money again. What is this pastor saying? New chairs. New chairs. My money. Jo, lief, hoor praat hulle hier weer. Hierdie kerk is net geld. Dis net geld wat gepraat word hier. Dude, it affects everything. Mentorship, it affects every single thing. There's not a thing that it does not affect. And that's what, anyways,
TJ is looking very interesting. Very, very interesting. If I would have still taken another position, I am actually currently looking at a possible type 4 flip for longs. And on the contrary, what's looking even more juicy is guys, I promise you, if you have your own strategy and you stick to that, you'll see a huge change. Just sticking to what your strategy is, super important. So for me personally, boys, as we've gotten this 15 closure above the level, the flip of this high is going to make me want to execute the position. But because we have driven so much already, I'll be a bit more, what's the word? Not aggressive, but conservative with it, and rather take the position above the highs to go continued longs like that. But on the contrary, as you are struggling at this area with little to no resistance and support off of that level, if we can see in the next 6 minutes this candle engulf the previous and close beneath it, I would actually understand that we'd see this as price grabbing liquidity, and we'll literally just come back into the range, which would then give us the opportunity to short the pair, which would be the type 3 counter. So if I was able to take another trade, obviously I'm not going to, because that would be breaking my rules. I would look for one of the following: either break of the high to continue, or the engulfing close, and then the retest to drive further down. GJ looks very nice, but I don't want to give favoritism to GJ, but the moves have just been clean. As much as it's been super choppy on the daily, the micro moves have just been clean, man. It's just been good.
Chad, so this is what the boys are going to need to get. This is what the boys are going to need to get. Without this, they are going to be in trouble. All right, you see that? Your regulatory exam. 10th of December, I'm writing my RE1, and then I think after that, I'll go for, I think it's RE3 as well, Cat 2. But anyways, the boys are going to need to get Chad, they've got a way to go. They're going to have to do class of business. Class of business on its own is a beast. They're going to have to do their the annual CPD points. So there's a lot that goes into being compliant, which I think they don't realize. Project G is not going to be chalk, my brother. We've got all the regulatory stuff. So nothing's going to get chalked on Project G. We're miles ahead. Not literally miles, like I'm not ahead. Anyways. No, Chad, we've got everything in place. So when I say we're ahead, it's we're ahead with the guys already on the compliance stuff. The class, yeah, okay. But don't worry, Chad, you guys have seen what we do. We're not these other guys, okay?
Miles, you're also looking to get licensed. Brother, I'm on the MFX is on the exact same buzz as 2Gs. We are not dying. We will be continuing. Yeah, that's the biggest thing, especially for us, 2Gs and MFX at livestream.
Yeah, so what's going to happen is Miles is going to go under supervision, and we'll be supervising Miles. And then from the date of DOFA, date of first appointment, Miles is going to have 2 years to go and write his RE5. And then after the RE5, then no supervision needed. And the supervision is there to basically guide a newbie in the industry on what the processes are, how do you stay compliant. All of this is just to make sure that you follow and comply with the FASE Act.
100%,
And I've told you guys again, the FASE Act is not there to stop the fun or anything. The FASE Act is there to actually protect both parties. It's a two-way street. But yeah, we've been chatting to our compliance team the entire weekend. We've updated our terms and conditions, our disclaimer. We will make very, very sure that we are fully compliant. I can guarantee you that. But yeah, I'm pushing to get my RE1 done as well, the key individual exam on the 10th. So wish me luck. It's been a while since hitting the books. So
Me too. The last time I did books was my driver's license.
the RE5 is not difficult. It's honestly, it's very, very straightforward. The RE1 is a beast. The RE1 is a little monster.
I was just thinking about the other way. Last time I used a pencil. And I have to get a school stationery kit. But we gotta take these steps, boys, because we will not close anything. We'll continue doing what we're doing. Just making sure that we abide by these new laws and regulations.
Does one need a CFA to trade OPM? What is it? Brother, I've never heard of OPM. OPM, or can an RE5 allow one? So RE5 is there for financial advice. It's a category 1 license. Gives you the ability, depending on what you've got a class of business in. It's either going to be medical aids, it's either going to be personal insurance lines, it's going to be long-term deposits, it's going to be risk, your life, all of that. So whatever you are accredited for and whatever you've completed your fit and proper and your class of business in, that's where you can give a RE5. Even if you've got a CFA, that does not allow you to trade other people's money. You need a Cat 2 license. You need a category 2 license.
Miles is looking good next to Chris. I think Chris is looking good next to me.
Hey.
Hey.
There we go. Chat, it's very simple. The categories, let me just show you guys. I actually have, just to give you an idea, and for the mentors that are also watching our streams, let's just help them out quickly here. Let's just show the guys here. All right, Chad. So these are the categories. So for your category 1, that's the RE5. That is your standard financial advisor. These are the majority of them. So some of them, for instance, like derivative instruments, unless you've got a class of business in it, you can't really give advice on it. Securities and instruments as well. You need a class of business in it. Crypto assets, participatory interest in a hedge fund. Okay, that's your category 1. This is more related to advice. There's no discretion from you using a client's money and making discretionary decisions for that client. This year, the category 2, which is also called the discretionary FSP, that is when somebody pays money over to you and they leave it to your discretion as per your mandate with the client. How do you invest that? Do you put it into bonds? Do you put it into shares? Whatever you do, the discretion is not anymore with the client, but it's now with the hedge fund, boutique, whatever. Then you've got your category 3, which is more purely administrative, as it says there. And then you've got assistance business FSP. That is, I almost think it's more to do, the category 4, I've never really looked into it. But I think that's more to do with business to business type of stuff. And then your category 2A is similar to your Cat 2. Yeah, the Cat 2A, I'm not too sure, but this is also discretionary. So I think there's some subcategories here, but these are the only categories they are that you need licensing for. Okay, so interesting times ahead.
Quite exciting for me, actually.
No, it does not affect brokers. 50cal brokers already have requirements that they need to adhere to. Does not affect a broker at all.
Gold sales, miles. Brother, if that is your strategy and that aligns with the way you trade, then just stick to the way you trade, my brother. Sorry about that.
OPM. That was other people's money. Oh, okay.
Looking at GJ, what I mentioned earlier on, we now have that engulfing happening on that 30. So, she is starting to look interesting now, breaking that 5-minute floor. I think anything...
Yazid, you're going to have to be appointed by a financial institution. So you're going to need to be appointed by one because you need your DOFA, your date of first appointment. And you're going to actually need... So what's going to happen is you're going to be under supervision. And then whoever your supervisor is, your supervisor at the end of it needs to sign off stating that you have now completed your supervision and that they are now happy with you to go on your own, go and write the RE exam and give finance on your own, financial advice. So you're going to need to be working for a financial institution or company. You can't just go and write the exam.
GJ looking very nice for me, guys. If we can get closure beneath the level, this would have been a trade that I would take. She looks very nice as type 3. Got that 5 closed beneath the level. All 5 needs to do is just start ripping down, and that would be a type 3 5-minute execution that I would take.
What is that,
according to my
GJ?
strategy, yeah, she looks good. According to my strategy and my way of trading, a type 3 would be valid now if we can re-break this low over there. It's quite nice.
No, Rux, they're going to have to put in a shift. Even just that class of business is a beast on its own. The class of business that you need to complete. Yeah, even that class of business. Jex, to be honest, my brother, looking at NAS, this is just a mess. Not holding daily pivot. Yeah, NAS, ugly. And then US30 just continuously rejecting that zone. GJ rejecting that half round. Coming back inside the daily R1. And then GU also now 3 minutes. I'm just going to pee quick. I might look at something here. I know what's not at something there. I'll be back now, guys. 3 minutes.
Let's see. Yeah, so for me personally, was this, if according to my strategy and the way I trade, once again, this is not financial advice, it's purely education. This would be a trade that I would take based off that 5, that 15 engulfing. Yeah, but obviously I've taken my trade already. I am done for the day, so I'm not executing this per se, but this is obviously what I would have taken, if I can play that. Okay, so looks quite nice. Let's see how price reacts to these levels. And then on gold, I'm not too interested in gold, to be honest with you. Gold is just being so choppy off of that level. Even though we did anticipate the break of those lows, price can drop for sure. It's just not something I'm interested in. It's just a bit too choppy. So yeah, let's see. This would have been now running pretty much 4 pips in profit. Just entered short on US30 like a. Closing 50 on the, what is that? On GJMO. I have given my explanation as to what I would do and how I would do so if I was to actually pull the trigger on this. But literally all I do is just follow my plan, guys. It's what I provide to all my members. It's the plan that I follow every day. It's the MFX strategy. And I don't do anything different. Just do the same thing every day, day in, day out.
Okay, 20 seconds.
What you looking there at, Chrissy?
GU.
GU.
Okay. All right. Again, not financial advice. Failed to get away from that daily pivot to the upside. Just going to wait for a minor top wick here. And then once we've got that top wick, sell stops on the low for me. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just me doing what I do according to my strategy. Is this thing lagging?
On YouTube.
Huh?
On YouTube.
No, on my broker feed. I'm not activated yet. I've now been activated.
Ooh. You should smack a TP just the way GJ has smacked TP now. So if anybody... Never mind. We can't say that. But yeah, that trade that I would have taken has just killed it. Absolutely killed it. So if I was in the trade, break even, TP1 has been smacked on its rear end. Very nice. But like I said, guys, it's just me applying my strategy every day. And you see the discipline there. Even though you have that multiple setups in a day, All I need is one trade a day, 10 to 20 pips, and I'm styling. I'm sorted. You don't have to take a big misconception. Hey, Chris, what do you think? A big misconception that a lot of people have is they can make more money the more they trade. I feel like it's the total opposite. You need to be so selective.
It's
with
not
your
a
trades.
quantity game trading.
Quality.
Unfortunately, not. It's not a quantity game. All right, Chad. The idea here: multiple tests on that daily key level. Failure to get away from the daily pivot. So all of those holds above there. Not getting away to the upside. As mentioned, I'm still technically bearish on the day. That's why while we were trading here, I said that's a no from me. I'll sit it out. I'll rather wait for that break lower. Idea here is that once we hit this major institutional level, that's where I will most probably go break even on my position. And then we've got that 200 as well. And then Asia highs up next. Okay. GJ, very nice. There's that closure back below the daily R1. Failure to hold above there on the retest and then breaking lower.
Yeah, she's about 16 pips in profit right now.
And then DXY, what is DXY doing?
Is 10 pips 10 points? No, brother. 10 pips is 100 points. 10 pips is 100 points. Miles, that is my big problem. I want to place a trade, 100 trades a day, and always get. Look, to be honest, I don't know where you are in your journey, but that is everybody in the beginning, and it's totally fine to go through that point in your career. You have to do it because you have to learn. It's like you're a child and you tell a child, don't put your hand on the stove. They actually have to go put their hands on the stove themselves to realize that is hot. So the same thing in trading. Once you learn that this is a percentage game, percentage growth is the most important thing. 100 trades in a day is not going to make you profitable. I can tell you that now. However, being selective, being disciplined, following plan, following routine, that can move you into the state of becoming a profitable trader. And that's something that I have to emphasize a lot on, because even I struggled with it in my first year of trading. And then I saw, you know what, actually, if I just follow a plan and do what I'm supposed to do every day, I can reap the rewards. It's not about how many trades I can place, but finding that quality setup. Even though I'm a day trader, so I'm a short-term trader, still finding that quality setup within that day. For me personally, within the setup is very important. Damn, Jesus just popped into 20 pips. Oh, absolutely stunning, man. So that was the type 3. As I've mentioned, all education. So I hope
Type
that you
3
guys have seen
is the reversal play.
Yeah,
Reversal.
reversal. So she played out quite nicely as well. Absolutely stunning, boys. Do you ever use, out of curiosity, do you ever use GJ and GU as a correlation pair?
No.
Not. More so dollar index and GU.
Not even really, because the dollar index is mostly weighted in the euro.
Okay.
So pound, if I'm not mistaken, only has about 5% DXY basket.
I got you.
Let's check here. I think pound has got a very small weighting in the DXY. 5, I don't know why 5 is sounding. Is it 5? Let's check here. Pound. Okay, no, 11.9, but it's mostly euro. So 60% of the DXY is euro.
Oh yeah.
13.6%. So the yen has actually got more weighting in the DXY than the pound. GJ moving quite cleanly today. Nice little double top.
The biggest giveaway for me was price breaking out of that level that you have there. What's that level there? 196.
196.
like around
30.
there. Yeah, like around there. And then immediately closing back in on that 15-minute engulfing. That's given the trade away for me. But you'll see that the way I've taken that trade is very similar to the way we took the longs. Was weak bearish candle on the 15 closing outside of that zone. So this for me, guys, is simply this. If we go away and we look at the chart right here, and this is why I'm always so adamant about basic trading. This is structure, right? Making higher highs, higher lows, right? Then we have levels. Whoa, miles, that was risky. Let me rather do this. I think we skipped. Oh, I can definitely see I didn't have Lego blocks as a child. So this is what price did. Price drove, pulled back, drove, consolidated a bit, and then eventually broke out, right? Meaning that this should be the retest of support for price to drive. It failed to do so. What it did was actually pulled right back into the level of this consolidation there. And what is this? This is a range, right? That's the range right there. If we're breaking back beneath that level, retesting, what is that going to be? Resistance. So all you can do is trade the range. Resistance to support. So that's what we did. Resistance to support. And then we go into where price is right now. And we can see how price, how price did exactly that. If we look where price is right now, it broke out of the level. So there's the resistance, broke out of the level. All you're doing is trading resistance to support. Here's my range. Range high, range low. There's the break. There's your retest right there. Price should come down to support. Very, very straightforward. Very, very straightforward. And all that is just understanding the concept of market structure, candlestick anatomy, and price action.
GU. I would have loved to rather have taken GJ, GU.
When I'm not gonna lie, when I used to okay, I had a love-hate relationship with trading. Not even pairs. But GU was just the one that used to, I don't know, just put me in a heavy chokehold. So I just had to stay
Really?
away. Yeah.
GU?
I don't know. She used to give me a hiding like quite often.
Yes, dude.
And I was like, you know what, GJ, you the one, let's get married. And then a couple months later, I met this other girl called Gold. And then we hashed it out quite nicely. So I don't know. Those two just, I don't know, they just did it for me. GU was very... How's the pip increments on GU, by the way? It is large as well, right? I think it is relatively large.
Yeah, you can get 15. But I've actually gone down to how slow it's been trading. I've gone down to 10.
Nice.
10 pip stop, 10 pip target. Just because even this entire daily range is 20 pips. So literally from the daily flip to where we are now. Chad, I'm going to give it, say, one more 5 minutes. I'm not liking these rejections here. Still valid while we hold below the daily pivot and while we hold back below this zone here. If you look here to the left, that was the previous support area. So while we hold below it, that's still fine. And then also while we're holding below that zone there, that's actually the major daily key zone. But I'm going to need to see some selling pressure coming in for me to actually have an idea that this is going to work. And then also DXY still on the low. What is Euro doing? Euro at the high of the session. But let's see. I'm going to give it, say, one more 5 minutes. See if we can get some momentum. At least test this institutional level. Then I think we can be on our way. Otherwise, I'm just gonna manage the trade. See how we go. God, GJ could have gone both ways today. Even if you caught the later move, yeah, that would have also given you your 10 there. Alrighty, let's check US 30. Here we range. Nas still checks. I don't know if checks you're still online, my brother. Nas just within this chokehold here, just being absolutely choked between the daily pivot and the Asia low. Gold holding Asia highs beautifully there, and now trying to make its move above the daily R1. There it's going above the daily R1. Asia highs held. That's the zone we mentioned for it to hold. Says will be growth here. And then GU. Let's see if we can get some momentum into this bad boy. And then also looking left, this is the opening range low. That is where I would love to see a lot of volume if we can get there.
Where's your 10-pip mark there, Chris?
This feels like pulling teeth at this stage. 12994. At this stage, it feels like we are pulling out people's teeth here on GU. But that is the opening range low. That is the session low. And that is where I would want to see volume come into the market.
Chris or Miles, what causes a trader see the market clearly, but when you're trading live, it's like you can see setup? Do you mean like like when you're not trading in the chart, you can see it clearly, but when you are trading live, it's like you can't see the setup? Brother, what helped me a lot in my career was focusing on backtesting. Once I started focusing on Once I started focusing on backtesting, it was a big point that gave me that confidence in the strategy because it worked. Then once I forward tested it, my man, and I saw it work, that gave me more confidence. So I think it's more confidence thing. But in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit wishy-washy. It's a normal human being emotion. As long as you stick to it and continuously do that every single day, you'll start seeing the emotion will start to leave. As you can see on stream, I mean, I've taken a loss in live in front of you guys. I've taken a win in front of you guys. I have zero emotion. And that's because I have so much confidence in the way I trade, because I've tried and tested it for many years.
Chad, yeah, we pulling teeth here. Not gonna lie, pulling out people's teeth here on GU. I just want to see what we do once we hit that level. That's where volume is gonna come in heavily to either push down and drive, and you'll actually see like very strong momentum come in, or basically same as your opening range. That is where price will either break out to the downside, come back in, and then we're just pulling out people's teeth back to the upside. But yeah, this thing is barely, what is this, half a pip in profit.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. It's like 3.
Because I was like, wait, it looks so large.
Okay, Chad, I'm actually, wait, did it break it? I just want to see once it breaks. Just shy of it.
I got you Sibu Sisu.
I just want to see it break there. Actually, just going to bring my stops into 5, just reducing my risk. Not break even yet for me. Just going a 5 pip stop. And then I just want to see, I'm going to go break even as soon as we snap that pre-market low, or actually the opening range low, if we can ban it.
Ed.
It looks so large. All right, Chad, it looks so large. And I'm just going to go break even here. That is me, break even. That's where the volume needs to come in.
GG's, Chris.
And
bring it home, baby. Bring it home.
Chad, we're not out of the woods yet. We need to get through.
Hey, let's go. Come on now, GJ.
Okay. There's the 200. Okay, you guys know 200's a dynamic support and resistance. There's that massive institutional level. So break even for me. Let's see if we can get a young Dabski.
There was something that I said before stream to Chris. If he hits TP, what I said just came to fruition.
What did he say?
50 pip day.
Oh.
We just shy of 50 pips for the day.
I thought you said you're going to buy me some of the giblets.
Giblets. Here we go again. Start with niblets, giblets, giblets.
Hey, Chad. Giblets and the niblets. Dude, I'm quite excited for those Crocs on Friday. White Crocs with a white sock.
Styling, man.
But you gotta get the bootleg jeans as well. Then you're really rocking it. A bootleg jean with the white Croc. Chad, then you know you're in for business. Do you also rock them with a white sock? You have to, eh?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like the balls that's on the inside of the Croc. I don't like it.
The ball? Did you say the balls?
The balls.
First you said it looks so big. Ed, bro. Ed, we got an issue here, bro. Phone HR.
Oh, shit. But yeah, there's little balls on the inside of the Croc. I don't smoke that feeling against my
Hey, now the man doesn't
I'm
smoke the
not doing this.
smoke the feeling of the balls against it. Dude, it's as a man, it's never good feeling any type of balls against you.
So yeah, a sock. I gotta put a sock on it. Must.
Dude, if you feel any type of ball on you, that is where I just tap out. Alrighty, Chad. Let's see. Can we get a young banger here? Almost there. Do it for the lads. Asia, I'm going to give it like one candle. Just see if we can punch it. Punch it and break it. What is DXY doing? DXY is fighting back heavily here. Beautiful patience here this morning. I have to actually even commend myself. There we go, Chad. Come on, give us that last little.
Come on, baby.
Give us that last little push. 1 minute. 1 minute. Chad, I'm actually gonna lock it. I'm not gonna. It's literally 1 pip away. Literally less than a pip. Yeah, I locked it in. Literally there. All right, Chad. Beautiful trades here this morning. Beautiful.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Patience. Like I told you guys, once it was holding above here, I said I'm not interested in the buys. I said I would rather walk away. Later on, just to give you guys an idea of my thought process, is that if you've traded with me for a while, you would know that I always preach, or not preach, my understanding of the market is that if price is testing a level and there's really demand for buyers there, price will move away. Price will not continuously sit there. That just tells me the buyers aren't getting away from it. It's almost like somebody trying to move away, and it's like, dude, we can't get away. So now I know when we come back and we break that, it's like, okay, the buyers had their chance. Now the sellers are going to come in and they are going to take their shot at it. And that is exactly what we did here. GJ Miles had a nice trade here this morning. I was very selective with it, purely due to the fact that we were already trading twice here at the daily R1. I deleted my buy stops there. I would have also locked in 10 pips there. Nothing wrong with 10 pips. I feel like that's the low-hanging fruit. But this was a beautiful setup. This is something... And again, Chad, I wouldn't take setup Miles takes if it's not within my framework. So I've taken a trade with him last week. This morning was not completely in my framework. That was within his framework. He caught a beautiful buy there. And then the sell, this was completely within my framework. I love that. There was your minor break of structure. There was your half round number. There was your break back below the daily R1. This for me is a beautiful setup. But I was already in GU. But yeah, beautiful trades here this morning, Miles. Good to see. You only take one and done, eh? And
One and done, brother.
one and done.
One and done.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Anything you still want to show the guys before we
No, I think
wrap it up here?
we did everything we needed to today. This trade, for those holding runners, I mean, this thing's still going gorgeously. I do anticipate price to tap into liquidity zone. That TP is 196026. Yeah, man, I have no more comments on that. We've absolutely slaughtered it this morning. Gold, like I mentioned, there's your area there to look out for. So anybody looking at gold, that's the area 2740 to keep an eye on. But if you were here from the beginning of the stream, you would have remembered that I said the chance of me taking a gold position today, it's very slim. And I think once you start having your set way of strategy, your eyes almost like channeled in, man. You can see when you're not going to get a set up. You can see when you're going to get a set up beforehand already, because you already, there's certain things you look for in the market and you stick to that. That's full TP there. So this is just another example of the art of manifestation. Before we hopped into stream, I said, Chris, we're getting 50 pips today, and across the board we just cleared 50 pips. So yeah,
GU almost at 15, Chad. Yeah, I think, Chad, it's a beautiful, beautiful stream. But yeah, we will see you guys at 3 p.m. where we will not be financial advice. We will just be vibing and putting little blocks on the screen here, playing Tetris with the markets. Chad, anyways, Croc Fridays, so please get your Crocs ready. We're actually going to do Friday giveaways where you can tag us with your Crocs. So Croc Friday, I actually know a guy that's sponsored by Crocs. I'm going to chat to him. We're going to do something. Miles, Croc Friday, are you ready?
I'm in, bro.
I've got 3 giblets already. I'm just going to lock it in now with some additional ones. So Croc Friday. Then also, please make sure that you come prepared for Forgotten Bangers on Friday. We really want to just bring that level up. Some of you had a very strong showing last week, but this Friday, I don't want you to come an hour beforehand and that was your prep. I already want you now to start shortlisting. Already get the 5 songs, re-listen to it. Think about the chat, because that is what's going to build the vibe into Friday. But anyways, peace and love, baby. See you guys 3 p.m.
Cheers, boys. I'm out. I'll see you in the morning.
I just want to be myself. Don't talk to nobody else. I want to be someone special. I don't want to be a typical person. To get away from my devil. Start from fresh with a fundamental. I feel it right. I feel it right. I feel it right. I feel it right. I'm learning how to be a better version of you. And now I realize I'm talking to myself. Doesn't really need to be forever. Doesn't make you feel better. I feel it right. 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 Wanna feel it. Wanna feel it.
sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through? In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
I got you and your vibes in my mind, I can't get them out, no matter how hard I try. I need you and your heart next to mine, yeah, I'm all about keeping it you and I. When you're here, you spark chemical reactions, your aura strikes like lightning. Got no words, I'm just drowning in attraction. Only one way to describe it. It's